Has been given special access to Glenochil prison, where they're struggling to deal with the complex medical needs of prisoners in their 70s, 80s and even 90s. Social care staff work alongside regular wardens in the jail, but the costs of that specialist care are rising as the country's ageing prison population grows. Louise Scott reports.
Prisons are bursting at the seams.
Yeah, bro, listen, South Croydon.
Struggling to cope with rising numbers. We were given exclusive access to Glenochil Prison, to the wing housing some of Scotland's most notorious sex offenders and murderers. So don't be fooled by the quiet nature of this hall. Its silence speaks to the number of prisoners growing old within these walls, none of whom would speak to us about the conditions.
A lot of people don't want to work in this flat, simply because of the type of prisoners we've got, the age of the prisoners we've got. We had one recently that just passed away a couple of weeks ago, and he was well in his late 80s.
Not what you're trained to be dealing with.
No,
you're not in a hospital.
No, you're not a hospital, you're in a care home. But
you feel like one.
It's getting more and more like a care home.
How you been feeling today? You alright?
It's shaky.
Bit shaky.
This is a side of prison you don't normally see, where agency social care staff are working 24/7 alongside prison officers. They wanted us to witness the pressures they face. It's care that vulnerable older people in the community often miss out on, but while in custody, there's no choice but to provide it.
Right, we'll pop back just shortly and see you. Are you needing anything else?
What are some of the challenges of providing social care in a prison setting?
Well, for example, I mean, if you take a look in here, obviously it's just a 4x4 kind of cell. There's two to a cell, and if you're providing care and things like that, trying to get like a hoist in can be very, very difficult.
And sharing this cell is a man in his 70s and another in his 80s.
They get stressed with it, and we understand that. They know that there's nothing else that we can do. If they've got dementia and stuff like that, you know, they can kick off at any moment in time. But that's why we've got our officers here.
The idea of a prison care home?
Oh, that'd be a great idea, definitely. You wouldn't have 70-year-olds climbing up in bunk beds.
The cost of this care is crippling for the prison service. In Scotland alone, it rose 450% in just over 5 years to almost £2.9 million. Over the past 15 years, the number of prisoners aged over the age of 50 has trebled here, meaning that age group makes up for more than a quarter of the whole